We're live.
Okay.
So let me see. Manage video live. Yeah, working with Achilles number 3. So we're live on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
How are you feeling today, Achilles? Sorry, I was parametering the live thing. I just got out of the shower, put a little bit of gel in my hair, but now I'm all yours.
So now you're nice and refreshed. You're ready for the weekend.
Yeah, I was already feeling it was the weekend yesterday in my head for the rubies because
Okay.
but yeah, I did work today. I did my trading gig, so that's pretty intense. And it was a good day. Good day all these days. Lately I've been this binge listening to Brooke Castillo's podcast. She's a life coach. I don't know if you know her. And she's got all these concepts. I'm pretty sure your sister does, because the way she behaves and the way she acts really reminds me of all of Brooke Castillo's teachings. And Brooke is someone, it seems, I'm just discovering her work, her body of work, who has worked with other people, uh, you know. So yeah, she's teaching stuff that she herself, learned from other teacher masters, and that she made her own content, and she built on. And it's very hello, Bushman. Say hello to Achilles.
He just jumped on your lap.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see him because.
Oh, I see him.
But anyways, how about you? How are you doing?
Doing well. It's been a very, very busy week.
Yeah.
Good. I'm starting some. I picked up some clients to do children's books.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they to do the illustrations for the children's books.
Right.
And, so they're great projects. It's a lot of but it's a new part of what my clientele,
yeah.
Because for me to do the illustrations, it's a different kind of it's a whole different type of people going into business and doing their thing, so normally
say that again.
Normally I wouldn't take a writer as a client,
right?
But for them doing children's books and needing to do the illustrations, that's something that I felt I was at a point now where I can take that on. So I thought I was only getting one, but I ended up getting 3 people. So that's so
you have to manage your time now. It's getting tight.
But yeah,
you're in demand and the supply is limited.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Maybe you can hire Bushman. I don't know if he.
Yeah, he could be my staff.
Right. He works for me now, so.
Okay.
He's an emotional support animal. Without him.
Your newest instructor. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he's a Zen master. He teaches how to be Zen, how to stay Zen no matter what. And he taught me how to be gentle with him. Yeah.
And there is something about having pets where having the opportunity to give affection, all day is really nice. And for those people who are like, if they're single without pets and stuff like that, to just not have that experience, to be able to just give affection, whether it's, to a person is great, of course, but with pets, it's I think it has such a Zen effect on, if you have the right pet, because not every pet.
Right.
I don't know. Fish don't do it.
Bushman loves to do what he wants to do. He hates when you constrain him, so he's the one coming to me usually when I don't expect him. And if you go to him, he might not welcome you.
Yeah,
It's always on his terms.
I think most cats are most cats are
Right,
like
right.
that. Right.
So you're doing the illustration. You mind me asking what, like, so books for children? Is there like a theme or like a subject?
Well, each all three of them, all three writers have of course different ideas and different reasons for wanting to do it. Um and but like one of them, uh it's just the book's going to be called A Friend Like Me, and through the book he's talking to his reflection in the pond, and how as if that was his friend and stuff, and so forth. So it's like, oh, you can do this like me, you can that like me, but there's some things you can't do, like you can't sing like me, you can't whatever. So and so when he came to me with that, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds great. But when it came time to draw it, I'm like, okay, how am I going to draw his reflection in the water with him talking and so forth? There's the other book is about the rain, about like, if let's say it's
Right.
you have a little kid and, oh, we're going to go to the park, blah blah, but it rains. So then the kid's all upset, I can't go out, it's raining. So this book is all about like how to go ahead and have fun even though it's raining outside.
Right.
Which for most parents, I think that, that always happens, whether because it's rain or snow or whatever, that you make these plans to do something outdoors and then you can't because of the weather. Right. So to do that. So yeah, so they're very passionate about their ideas. They just don't draw. And
right.
I do know that I know it can be difficult if you come up with an idea to get someone else to really understand what's in your brain, to really.
Oh yeah, I can see now. I mean, I can see where, because you're actually really good at doing that. You're actually really good at extracting whatever someone has in their brain, and okay, this is what you have, laying it out. But yeah, drawing is actually another dimension on top of it.
Yeah, and drawing it, showing it to them, they like this part, they don't like that, how about we add this other thing to it, all of that stuff, and having to adhere to a deadline.
It's actually marketing, because probably it has to be appealing to the audience, to the kids or maybe the parents. Like the drawing is what will maybe sell, like it will be on the cover page.
Well, right, and that's where, because so much has to do with marketing. So when it comes with the children's books, a lot of times people are thinking, oh, this is my idea, this is what I like, it'll look so great. And then I have to explain to them, okay, but you need to know, what age is this for? Is this for someone that's 2 to 4 years old? Is this from 5 to 8 years old? And some things that we think will be cute or easy to understand, I'm like, yeah, but a little kid might not understand this, or this is too boring. You need an extra page here to really show whatever. So yeah, so that, in that sense, it's fun, but yeah, it's definitely taking a lot of
right.
time.
It seems like you're exhausted by this week. Like
well,
both of us, we were like so much energy. Today we might do it like shorter, maybe, I don't know.
So this is like I have here on my desk. This is my, like, if you, let's say you come to me and say, hey, I want to do a children's book and this is the idea, and you send me the story, I have to do one of these, the storyboard, to show each page. And then these are the concepts. This page is blank right here.
Yeah.
And this one is blank, is because what they want in the story, I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be drawing that. That doesn't make any sense. So, I do the storyboard. Once that gets approved, then I start with the pages. Then that gets approved, and yeah. So it's a whole thing. But the whole idea for me with my business of Planet Achilles is, someone has a dream, a passion that they want to bring to life, and that's what I love to do. So whether it's a children's book, a French workshop, classes, whatever, a bakery, yeah. So it's good. It's good,
and you celebrate the journey.
And I do celebrate the journey. Yeah. I do.
I have
But
to.
but every client that I get, every single one of them, they're overwhelmed.
Right. Right.
They're always overwhelmed, and I'm getting better at helping them, build
Streamline.
those steps. Yes, to bring it all in. So I know that you went in and you looked at the site, because I did see now it's live. I don't think it was live yesterday, or was it?
To be honest, I didn't look a lot. I just went there and clicked on
Because I didn't
purchase the domain name.
Right, because now
upgraded, and that's it.
Okay, and that's the thing. So when you here's the part that my other client, she did the same thing. She's upgraded. She was all excited. She didn't realize that by upgrading it, it is now live, and that anybody in the world can go into the site.
I'm fine with that.
Well, you're fine with that, but I was like, my God, these pages aren't even done. So I was like, this is because,
except maybe for the pictures, like
it needs the pictures, but there was some stuff. So what we are going to do today is we can go to the website live, so you can see what that looks like.
Well, yeah, I didn't know it was live, so
and neither did the one who was the baker.
And maybe, I mean, I'm not sure anybody knows it's live.
Well, that's the part that I wasn't sure. She started putting these ads out because she's like, coming soon, and she put the website, and I said, now people are going, but nobody will know what the website is unless you tell them. So I don't know if you told people.
Oh, no, I didn't tell anybody.
Okay, well,
I'm just concerned about the images of this.
Right, there are no images on there now. I took all the photos off. The only photo that's on there is yours.
Because I won't publish any image without anybody's consent.
Correct. So I took everybody's photos completely off. All it has now is just words.
It's just blank things and the words.
Just blank things with the words. There was and I'm gonna have to
So, but just to go back to you, like, you feel exhausted and all of that, but I mean, it's great news, and Rome wasn't built in one day. So,
right.
Just like us, it's going to take some time, and we're going to lay it and we're going to split it so that, we're doing the work, but in a consistent way, but we're also able to manage everything else.
Yeah, and that's ultimately to get people to understand. There's no finish line. People will think, oh, once I get to the finish line, I'll jump up and down and be so happy and overjoyed. There's no finish line. This is a lifestyle, not some makeover, right?
It's a lifestyle. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's a lifestyle.
So because
that's good news for your business.
Good news for my business. Except because there'll always be something. And one person was like, well,
it's good news for the world. There's always something to do. I said, there's no finish line. There's like the dishes and the washing machine. There's, the cat in the morning, I have to give him food.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing, like with the website. So the website, I said, it's one of those things that will just always continue to grow, because then you get the page, and then you could have the prices. Then people could actually register and do all that stuff through the website and order stuff, whatever. Then there's the video content. Oh, you can look at this, you can look at that, whatever, and links to the different Zooms if they want to be able. You can always continue to grow. Oh, and here's a little workshop, a gift shop where you could go and buy a shirt that has the logo that doesn't exist on it or whatever, because I just love this thing so much.
Right. I'm wearing actually a t-shirt from one of the leaders of my training room. It says, bet heavy, bet last.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, the part underneath. So bet last. Yeah. Okay. So for the website, we can take a look at it now, because there are a few questions that I have for you. I'll throw.
Of course, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, let's.
But yeah, it's great to be here in the U.S. I mean, here, the way the economy works it's also a reflection of that, of the permanent growth, the permanent rotation of opportunities. I love being here in this country.
So I'll just go right to the website.
Just mentioning it out there.
So this is what people will see now. Anybody in the world, they can go right to it.
All right, they do see a picture of me at least.
Yes, there's a picture of you. We
in my room.
In your room, very happy photo. Um, so this is the homepage. So these were the 4 things we talked about. It was a challenge when I tried to do them all vertical. It got too smashed. It was hard to get anything written if I had them all going like we had before, the 4 columns.
Right.
And if people open it on their phone, there's also that thing as well. These things read almost, they are exactly the same. So if at any point you want to change any of the verbiage on here, the only thing that's different is it tells you what the levels are.
Right. So exactly. Blueprint is actually, so right now the baby wires with Isabel and Eli, they're level A1 plus A2. They're almost making no mistakes in terms of level A1.
Okay.
And yeah, show up once for free. You can always show up once for free just to, it's like a free trial, because for 2 reasons. For, you know, having a taste before deciding whether it's something that interests you, and also matching with the group. So we're in small groups of 4 max, and matching with your group is crucial. Because
Yeah. So we'll go to those individual pages in a second. And the casual Saturdays.
Right. So yeah.
How does that read to you?
So I'm just in terms of blueprint and art workshop. It's just that I think I know we discussed this already, but yeah, okay, it's two different. I'm almost.
You have this up here, this part up here where it says levels. When they go to levels, it says blueprint, alt workshop, and Jedis.
Right.
So they're able to see that, but they are so similar. Would you want them just in one tab?
It's just that I think that for first-time learners, the concept of the alt French workshop is exists. I think we already discussed about that. It exists in the during the weekend. We do a open conversation using Google Translate. So it's kind of outside of the box of, let's say, your traditional school, with a teacher who's there really with a blueprint, with a track record of having led first-time learners. So there's a know-how there, of how to lead you.
So the alt French workshop is it's less traditional.
Right. So there's still blueprint inside alt French workshop, but as you
progress,
go up exactly the levels, the idea is really for the alt French workshop to be the main product here. We don't want to do a blueprint traditional school, but it's necessary, especially when you don't know one word, when you don't know, when it's, you're just beginning, because it's kind of like an acceleration, and it gets you're able to take off to, from level A1 to A2 plus really, really quickly, so that,
So with that being said, do you want any of this language to change?
Okay.
Or the layout to change?
About the design, I'm not an expert in design. I think it's great. It has to be clear. I think it seems really clear. The only thing that seems a little kind of like disturbs me is the all are welcome. The fact that it's there, there's like 3 points and then all are welcome.
Oh, do you think that the all are welcome could be its own point?
Yeah, maybe do it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, that's easy.
Group level practicing 3 times a week. Unlimited feedback on homework. It's just that, it's the same wording for both, but it's not explaining
The
what.
difference.
Yeah, the difference.
Right. And so that's why I need to know what words would
Right.
show the difference.
So basically, what I entitled the blueprint is
because I guess here, if you look at this at the blueprint page,
right.
Okay, so this is blueprint, and then here's where you see first time learner, high level fluency.
Right.
You get all of that.
Yeah. So I would say that through time, I think that that blueprint idea really works at the beginning. That you have an intense workshop with an experimented teacher who really takes you from first level to a level where you start to be confident when you speak, even though you're still a beginner. And from there on, the Alt French workshop takes the lead because it's through your ability to show up and to to basically show up in French. So however way you want, actually, but in a small group. So to converse and etc. And yes, we do some, by the book stuff when necessary, but it's not your traditional school where we're only by the book, like by far, like
right.
So that's why Isabel is really taking the first levels, because we won't be able to do that up until you have some type of mastery of the language. So in order to maybe it's, I don't know, but it is possible.
Do you think then if for this part here to have like you see you have the 4 bullet points, but maybe the top bullet point, a 5th bullet point at the top, could really be the main thing that's going to be the difference between the main thing to explain blueprint. Let me make this space between these a little shorter. And then you can give this more room. Okay, so up here it'll be
right. So let me see what I wrote somewhere. I think that I'm contradicting what I told you last time. That last time I told you that this type of product could exist. It's potentially something that can exist. Like you can go through the levels by the book, through all the levels, and there's many other schools out there that you can reach out to who have high quality and who are doing a fantastic job.
Right. Well, but what we're looking for here is if someone finds this website but has not met you at all, has not.
Right. So let's instead of like talking conceptually, let's just describe what is. What is right now with the blueprint is, that's what I said. Is really to accelerate your progress from first time learner to intermediate, let's say intermediate advanced, by the kind of like more like by the book with an experienced teacher.
How do you spell accelerate? I'm trying to remember.
Accelerate, and obviously in a small group, everything is
no. How do you spell accelerate? Do you know?
ACCELERATE. Our goal is to accelerate your progress in a small group of 4. It's like, I mean, I think let's just describe what it is right now. What we have is a baby warrior level.
Accelerate your progress.
Yeah, like you probably know how to say that in a much better.
But only you know what it is. So I'm saying accelerate your
right.
progress.
So we're taking off with the baby warriors. So the baby warriors, a couple of
accelerate your progress from beginners,
right,
to
now you're able to understand you're able to converse. So what did I write? Accelerate your progress in a small group of 4. Experienced teacher uses the best grammar method. Passionate about crystal clear. But
I mean,
you still have to you still have to show up. It's still.
well, and here's the thing, like what we need in this spot right here is just for them to know whether they should be clicking on Blueprint or Alt French Workshop.
Right.
They'll get all this other stuff you're saying once they click on Explore.
Yeah, I think that's great. Accelerate your progress
from beginners to intermediate
to from first time learner. They're no longer first time learners, but it's been a couple of months that they were, but from beginners to intermediate.
Okay.
Now there's all these A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2.
Well, and understand everything that we're going to do today on this website is what I consider to be a placeholder. It's what you're just going to put there so that people don't get too confused, but you can always go back and change it.
Or you can say from first time learner to a confident beginner or something like this.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. But it's not even true, because Isabel is she's leading a session every month with the rubies. So it's always good to consolidate your language skills only. Like only focusing on your language skills is always good, and Isabel is just the best at doing that. So I mean, it's good to have like an experienced teacher that does only that and is really passionate about it. And yeah.
Okay, and that's.
But what I want to avoid is having creating a community where you think that what we're offering is a school, like your traditional school. Even though I acknowledge the importance of having a expert and having sessions that help you reinforce your language skills.
But it's essential to your marketing for people to understand that this is not a traditional school format, whatever, because that's the whole point of why you exist, is to be offering something different.
Right. But that dimension is important still. But even when you're going to your traditional school, the teacher's not responsible for your progress. Obviously, they have a good part in it, but you have to you have to show up for yourself. You have to be you have to be creative. You have to be active in your learning experience, in your learning journey. You're not going to be a passive student at myfrenchcommunity.com.
Right. In this, you could not be passive.
You're not going to be just because we're limiting every group to 4 folks. So you're going to have to show up, and these are opportunities for you to be willing to fail and to learn from your mistakes. So we have a forum, and we will review 100% of your workshop in video.
Okay, so then for this one, for this Alt French workshop.
So it's up to you, it's up to you to show up for yourself. And it's okay for you not to show up on the forum if, by the way, you like to see or to watch a French series, or like Luda, she loves to watch, to listen to French podcasts. And sometimes she likes to do it on her own. I mean, that's a perfect journey. But obviously, if you want to help from the others, and the others will tell you. They will tell you where you can improve. especially your coach, your teachers, they will spot the little mistakes. But the more you do it, the more you immerse yourself in French, and this is a space for you to do it. The more.
Okay, so then this first line here would be what? Because up here we have accelerate your progress.
Right.
Your progress from first-time learner to confident beginner.
Mhm.
So then in Alt French Workshop, what is that first line going to be?
So in that format, it's once now you know where you are. I mean, that blueprint is also valid for all the levels. That's why I was telling you. But right now, this is what we have. But now that you basically have a certain level, it will take time for you to actually level up. So we want you to create your own journey in French. And there's also, we believe also in learning from each other. And
but Rafa, what are we putting in this first line?
All right. So what are we putting? We're putting, this is a place for you to show up in French, basically.
So is Blueprint. Because I remember when I way back towards the beginning when I was having all these questions trying to understand, and I remember I said, "What if somebody's not sure where they belong?" And you said that there's like an equivalency test or like some kind of a thing you guys do, right?
Right. So these are the products, and under these products there are levels, right? So every group goes by level. So the blueprint is more like your traditional teacher who will consolidate a language skill. So that is very important for beginners.
Okay.
But it can apply to any level. Right now, we're just putting beginners, but in the future there will be,
All right. And so
then, now that you have a particular level, you can show up in French with, in the comfort with also there is also this element of expertise. Of someone who is a French teacher, let's say, or knows the rules, the grammar rules, the vocabulary rules. They're native speakers. They love what they do, and it's a workshop. So we do several things, and basically we become better people in French. I know it may sound weird, but
what it needs
progress will be a byproduct of you showing up, and the elements in it's pretty intense because 22 hours per month and unlimited homework, and it's a small group. So,
hombre, what I need is 6-7 words that are going to
go.
So
what I gave you, but I'm not sure. Actually, it's a good wording. I'm. That's why.
I mean, this is what you have on the actual page. I mean, maybe it's something from.
So the thing I had in mind is everything we do is centered around your motivation. But I like the wording. Because motivation is a byproduct of taking action.
Motivation does not tell me what I am doing in that group of 4 people.
Okay.
It tells me what I need to have, but it doesn't tell me what.
So we are on a journey of growth, and it happens to be in French.
That also does not tell me.
I know, but it's on purpose. It's on purpose. I don't know if you saw the Alt MBA by Seth Godin. Nobody's able to really explain. I mean, he's not telling you the what.
Okay,
in order to sell. I'm not going to tell you the what because it doesn't sell.
Should we at least say it's untraditional?
I think you should just write down what I'm telling you. We are on a journey of growth, and it happens to be in French. Or, we are on a journey of growth, and your French your French skills will improve almost automatically as a byproduct of you showing up. So if you can summarize that somehow.
I will. I just get it all down first. Your French skills will improve dramatically. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So there's also this idea that, you know,
Dramatically,
you are highly motivated. You really want to make a difference. You want to level up in French. There's also this idea, you know, because
but before I'm not even done typing on it. So we are on a journey of growth. Your French skills will improve dramatically through what? You said something. I can't.
You know, it's almost. I don't know. What was Diane's? Diane said something really interesting. That she wasn't caring so much. She wasn't.
Down here.
You know, she gave a yeah.
She was like, I've learned the best way to learn anything is to learn too hard with. Learning to speak in French becomes a certificate by a serendipitous byproduct that comes out of being with a group of curious, insightful, and industrious people who show me session after session how to celebrate and be patient with myself.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah, that's not going in the first line. I can tell you that right now.
I still enjoy the journey without obsessing over the destination. I'm so fortunate, etc. So you see, that's exactly it. Like we are on a journey of growth, and it happens to be in French, and your French skills will improve almost automatically. Like, but you do need to show up. That's why it's intense. You know, intense journey. You know, of growth. I don't know.
This is let's see if I can communicate this to you in the best way. All right. In this particular part on the homepage, motivation is not the issue. Motivation isn't even the factor to be considered here. When people are going to this homepage, people are thinking, what am I going to pay for something? Am I going to join something? What am I going to join? What am I going to pay for? What am I going to get? Right? So what they're going to get.
So what you're going to get is you're going to improve your French skills dramatically.
Okay.
By showing up in a small group of four folks. You know, you're going to improve them. And at the same time, you know, after going through the Out French workshop, you'll experience what it takes to become fluent. Exactly. That's what you'll experience. You won't experience, you know, your traditional school that you're in the back of the class listening to grammar and vocabulary, even though we'll also go through that when and if it will be necessary during the journey. So you'll experience what it takes to become fluent. And if you stick with it,
as you experience what?
The journey of becoming fluent in French.
Improve your French skills dramatically as you.
Right. Forget about improve your French skills dramatically. That's not it. That's a result. What you will experience is the journey of what it takes to become fluent in French. That's what you will experience. Wherever you are in the world, you can connect, you can match with your group, 4 people, all the ingredients are there, and you'll experience what it takes to become fluent in French. That's our goal. I'm happy we're discussing this. It's
I,
even better now. It's even better
I,
because I'm looking. Actually, I have to say that I'm cheating a little bit, and I'm
well,
looking.
please, by all means, cheat. But
I mean, these words are mine. I mean, they're not.
no,
Something
but you know who I usually go through this with my writing group when they have their characters and they're telling these novels, and I say, what does the main character want? And they sit and they're like thinking. I'm like, if you can't tell me that right away, then that right there is
right.
it becomes very tricky. These are things you kind of have to know. So like,
So
I want, if somebody's in, if you have this thing about elevator talk, right? Where if you're in the elevator to have a conversation with people, I think I've seen that somewhere. All right. So if somebody is in the elevator and they see, oh, you do French stuff, it's like, well, what is your French thing? You need to have what we're typing here. That's what needs to fall out of your mouth.
So look, experience, write it down. Experience the journey of what it takes to become fluent. Without focusing on the destination, you know, without focusing on the destination.
Experience the journey of what it takes to become fluent, right?
Right.
In French.
Right. You don't need in French. It's obvious. My French community. Just get
Right. Okay. So to become fluent
without focusing on the destination. And it's on a monthly basis. Everything is on a monthly basis. So you don't have any commitment. There's no commitment. You can come for a free session, match with your group, see if it's a good fit in terms of level, in terms of matching. You know, we believe in almost a little group of friends that are in a journey together to become fluent in French. And they go by level.
Okay, so then maybe.
Right, so these levels below, actually, you know, these two products, they go hand in hand because once per month, actually, you know, I make sure that, you know, the language skills are consolidated. You know, I make sure that and I do it every week actually, but I really think that the idea of being immersed and being you and being creative in creating in French, in sharing about you, in sharing about your views on the world or on French original content, you know, series, be it Call My Agent or La Fin du Monde, The End of the World. I don't know the English title. It's a movie by Xavier Dolan, or anything. Podcast by Clotilde Dussolier, original content as well.
Well, do you think then? I think that it might be smart then when you have. I'm trying to get all this crap out of the way. That to have it show here maybe that it's groups of 4.
Yeah, that should be upfront. Group of 4.
So I think
I don't know if you saw. What did I do? Let's see, Facebook. I put that in
you have it on the page
on Facebook and on Twitter. I put
limited to 4 amazing members is what you have for.
I wrote, everything we do is centered around your motivation. We grow together and it happens to be in French. Sessions are limited to 4 equals more time for you to practice. So, and also from the front page, Achilles, I think that it's not necessary to repeat these 3 things because they apply for the 3 products, the Jedis and the show up once for free. I mean, except for the Jedis. The Jedis is different. It's free all the time. But
so should I just take it out?
Just like the show up once for free, all are welcome, group level, practicing 3 times a week, unlimited feedback on homework. That applies for these 2 groups. Casual Saturday is a bit different, maybe. Yeah.
So
I'm not sure, but it's fine for now. I mean, it's fine.
Unless I put it up here only once on the top, but then
right, maybe you can do like subcategories or something because casual Saturday, you
want it on the homepage. I mean, it has its own page anyway, but
yeah. My main product is the Alt French Workshop.
Well,
I really believe in that. Casual Saturday, yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take.
It's actually
second-
part of the workshop. I
I'm
love
gonna
that. I
take.
love that format. But if you do only that, I mean, yeah, you could.
So these three things I can take out.
And unlimited feedback on homework. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, because okay,
Just you can continue. Let me see. Let
yeah.
me see what's below. Yeah. So yeah, casual Saturday. Actually, casual Saturday is right now. I used to have folks that were doing only casual Saturdays. Narinder, if you hear us, she's from Australia. She couldn't join the workshop because of the schedule in Australia.
Oh, right. Oh wow, yeah.
So casual Saturday is a format where there's no agenda. We would just pure happiness, pure sharing, pure seeing the others, and it happens to be in French. It's also the time. The time itself is it's a Saturday morning, or I mean for Luda it's Saturday night, but usually you don't have any anxiety. It's not a day where you're anxious. You usually have a break during the weekend. So it's a great format. Yeah.
So you're happy
strip
with what
everything.
it says?
There's no blueprint in casual Saturday. During the week. So the workshop is like this. There's 2 sessions during the week of an hour and a half, and it's you showing up right in French, and there's a little bit of blueprint in it. There's a little bit of language skills, but it's 50-50, I would say. Casual Saturday, there's none. You can make all the mistakes you want. It's just pure joy.
Oh, so maybe here. God, where am I going to take this out?
I know I'm not helping you, right?
But no,
I
I'm
keep on
saying, how
talking
about
about.
in this spot here to put something like conversation without interruption.
Right.
Conversation.
Let me see what I wrote. Well, I don't even offer it. I do offer it. A wonderful format that allows you to freely converse in French with your peers. Your coach will help you when you solicit her, and only then. Yes, that's right. Your coach will not constantly interrupt you to correct mistakes. It's a total of 5 hours of happiness in French per month. The place for you to practice your French in a relaxed and friendly environment with amazing members. Yeah, like the journey of becoming fluent. If you don't have friends to whom you can talk to in French, take me as an example. When I was a kid, I was born and raised in France, and my parents were speaking in Spanish because my dad's Colombian, my mom is Franco-Argentinian, so they were speaking in Spanish at home as well as in French, and I was ashamed. I was ashamed of speaking in Spanish, so I understood everything, but I sucked. I eventually made friends, in particular, in Argentina, and they would make fun of me because my Spanish, shouldn't have been so bad, considering my background. But through the years of being immersed and obviously speaking that language with my friends, because it's their native language, I became fluent, guys. Kind of. And the same goes if you stop speaking, if you stop. So casual Saturday, if you are already pretty confident. So I'm thinking about Denise, for example. Denise in Delaware, she joined a week session. I really encourage you, Denise, to try the casual Saturday. It's actually at 8 a.m. tomorrow. We changed the time.
Oh, it's a wait.
Uh,
Casual Saturdays is it just for this Saturday or is it every Saturday?
From now on, because there was a change in the clocks here in the US and not outside in certain countries,
Oh my
it
god.
created a mess. Yeah.
Well, then this is good for me to change that here.
Right. And imagine when I have to update Meetup, which honestly is a software, at least the basic version of it, just to update it is such a headache. And it should be really, really simple. Just updating once and for all the instances. Zoom is really simple to do, but Meetup, you don't get a pass with me as a user. Improve your product.
Oh, so this has to be this has to go too. Now that I see that. Oh god. Okay, I'll take that out.
Right. So right now, yeah. So casual Saturday, yeah.
All right. So the homepage.
So I'm not helping you a lot. Talking. Sorry.
Well,
Achilles. It's just that, yeah, this idea of like maybe stripping what is common for blueprint and workshop.
well, and you know why? Like,
Put it in front or something. I don't know, or,
why
or not
take it
even
top?
there. Accelerate your progress.
I can take all four of these and I can put them on the top up here.
I'm not sure. Just leave it. I'm not sure.
This is what you need to see. Okay, so for all these pages that you're looking at, once we have something that's workable, then I have to go here. This is what it looks like on the phone, a mess.
Yeah.
Because when you're building a website, it doesn't know how you want to arrange it for the phone because everything has to be vertical. That was another reason why I couldn't have like the categories being vertical across because they would never fit on a phone. So this I'll have to make smaller. Your picture can stay big as that, fine, whatever. But all of this has to get redone in the phone. And then if I change it on the website, it'll change the stuff on the phone. So it's always double the work. That's why I'm like, as soon as the website is clear on the desktop, then I can go to each one of those pages and arrange things.
I'm going to have a look myself. I'm going to try it as well. You're not alone. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, and you should try it because then you'll be able to at least appreciate the torture that it is.
Right.
It's it can be a little aggravating for sure.
So do you have any questions? So let's see. The Jedi's.
So the Jedi's, that looks fine.
So let me see. Casual Saturday. Hold on. Casual Saturday. What does it say? Real conversation that happens to without interruption. Okay. 75 minutes. Okay. So the Jedi's. Yeah.
And this is now 6 action steps.
Right. Which are really simple actions. They're really simple actions.
Yeah.
You show up the way you are in French. You take the weekly challenge. Actually, this week, congratulations to Emmanuel, who is taking the weekly challenge. So he's on his way to win a free session. It's still on Sundays. For now.
This Jedi's page has a lot of information. I mean, a lot. If there's anything here that I can take away, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
This was confusing. Level B1 plus and all levels above. So you don't want A1 plus or A2s, right?
Oh, the levels go by A1, first time learner, A2, B1, B2, C1.
But for
C2.
a Jedi, you only want them to be B1 plus or above.
Yes. I mean, I don't even care. They could be any level, even first time learners. But it's more difficult.
If someone
for them.
Listen, the one who doesn't care is
so me. That's why it's more
so
realistic.
You have to care. You know why?
Because it's realistic. Let's B1 plus. Yeah.
It doesn't
B1.
say all are welcome on it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
If,
Right.
if in other words, I don't think that somebody who's A1 plus should go to it if you think it's just going to create a frustration if they're going to feel like they're out of
Yeah.
their depth. Okay, so if look at this and tell me if there's anything here that I can take away.
Oh, you can take all of that if you want.
Just
break. Yeah, all of this.
I can delete it.
Yeah.
But these are your words. You.
Well, yeah, but that's the entire community. All right. So the Art French workshop, like the main idea is we want to create a community, and we have all levels. We just believe that when you're a first-time learner, you need a little bit more by the book, kind of like take off classes.
So,
but still, the experience is the same. You're in a small group, and as you climb the ladder of your French language skills, you get to experience what it takes to become fluent, what it takes to be in the journey of becoming fluent.
Okay, so then what will happen is I can put it on this other page that we had to check out anyway. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so then that for the Jedis is going to be.
So and the more you give, it's the same thing. It's like this idea that.
So this is good.
This idea that nobody's responsible for your growth other than you. In a way, I'm sorry, but even if you attend a class, if you're passively consuming the grammar and vocabulary, and you're not being an active creator of your skills.
So this is good.
Jedis, become your own master. Make your life a work of art. Yeah, because so I like to discuss a lot of life coaching themes. The stuff that was passed to me by others that I feed on.
Okay. Then this part down here is the action steps.
Right. So, and it happens to be in French. So it's the same idea. It's like the art workshop, but it's even more. It's with a particular theme, like negotiation skills. Is a theme. Anything that I'm feeding that might be other skills than just French skills, and it happens to be in French. So
now, this is where I ran into something tricky. Here it says PM at Rafa Rodriguez for an invitation to create your account on Rise.
Right. So there's actually a link. I can give you that link.
That link here where it says PM Rafa to get started.
Right. That's what I was doing it. I was doing that.
So this is going to be a link to an email or to a website?
Yeah.
Because if it's an email address, I can just put your email address in here. And then I can put what the subject line is going to be. Like, I'm interested. Tell me more about French conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe there's a way for me to, send an email automatically, send an email back,
Well, for example, on my website, this here will say planetachilles@gmail.com. And then I forget what it was that I was even, if people wanted one of my coloring book things or whatever, and they'll just say, oh, please send me a coloring book. And I hit done. So that way, anytime somebody hits this button here, they click on it, boom, the email's already drafted and ready to go. They just have to hit send. And then I would get their email address because they just put it.
I think they shouldn't need me at some point. They need themselves. Here, I sent you in the chat. I don't know if you can see the chat. You can click on that link. I think now it's limited to 50 invites.
Let me see here. Where is this?
You want me to send it somewhere else?
No. I'm just looking to see. More.
So let's make it more simple. The 6 actions. I think it's better to simple. I mean, it was. I don't know what you think, but it was fun to have them. Post a hashtag. I'm not afraid. My French community. Instead of French conversation, by the way. But there's no way for us to verify that, and it's an action. It's an additional action, but I don't think it should be mandatory. You know what I mean?
All right, just give me 1 second so I can put this web address in here. I'll have it go to a new page. Paste it in there. Done. Okay, so you're saying these 6,
Right.
you liked it. You think it's good.
I'm saying maybe we should simplify the number of actions.
well,
It was fun to have that idea that, in order to be part of it, you post on social media, I'm not afraid, because you'll join a free masterclass, but it will be live. That's why this idea of I'm not afraid to show up, and even to show up in front of everybody, just like you and me right now.
well, if anything, I like the idea of posting the thing on social media. I think perhaps that should be the last thing they do, not the first.
Oh yeah.
Because then they'll have something to post, like whatever, maybe a photo or their video thing, whatever the case was.
So they first have to create their account, right? And that's where they are prompted to click on that link that I sent you.
Yes. So this, I guess, would be 1. For an invitation to create your account, and let's see, read your weekly lesson on the Jedi lessons. Okay.
Right. It's a masterclass now. It's no longer a lesson. Or a prompt. I like this idea of a prompt. But now,
oh, okay. So read your weekly prompt. That is better.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as intimidating.
Yeah, you can say Jedi/masterclass instead of lessons.
Okay.
I mean, after all, they are Jedis.
Yeah. Your little group names. Okay.
They don't need to PM me, right? They just click on there to get the invitation. No, create their account. I don't know.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
you want to do that?
Click on invite to create your account. And then this, I just will have to have it say,
I mean, they can still PM me if they want to.
well, I mean, but the thing is that when you say PM you with through what? Through Facebook Messenger, through Instagram, even that's not very clear. So
right.
So I'll put click here for invite. Simple, and then this will be much better, especially on the phone version where.
I must say I haven't started to read your book, but
oh, please take your time.
I'm still like, it's in my mind.
There's some stories there that I'm like, oh, I'm happy and glad to share with people that this experience and that. But the stories that have, my sex life, like, oh my God, like it's so embarrassing to think that people know. But the intent was to help people learn from my mistakes. Whatever. All right.
It happens to all of us. It's
well, that's the goal was that it doesn't, so that it won't happen to all of us.
Right. No, I'm talking about you feeling ashamed whenever you show yourself. That's the price you pay for showing up as you are.
And if somebody were to come out and say to the tabloids, let's say I'm a millionaire and I'm billionaire and super famous, and someone's like, oh, I have a story to tell you about Achilles, it's so embarrassing. there is no story more embarrassing than the ones that I put in that book. So at least I know that I got my version out there first. Anybody can say whatever they want. It's fine.
Right.
I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Create your reflective script of feedback to yourself about your topic work.
Right. So click on invite. More than read, maybe discover or choose, because you could choose whichever theme, whichever prompt you want, but whatever. Yeah. Discover or read. Yeah. Read is kind of like empty.
What are you looking at?
The number 2. I'm just like click on invite to create your account, obviously.
You're saying just
maybe go under Jedi Masterclass and discover your go
and select your prompt, or is there more than one prompt to choose from?
Yeah, actually there is. Yeah, at this point there is, because I'm still in lab mode and I'm not kind of like streamlining it and like this week is that prompt. No, I'm like, okay, whoever wants to participate, they can. It's open to anybody, B1 plus, and you can even choose which topic interests you the most or inspires you, right? Choose, whichever prompt under this masterclass section. There's like, I think there's 14 prompts now, or 14 themes. And for example, this last week, Emmanuel chose negotiation skills and listening skills. And so we did that in French, and we got inspired by Chris Voss and his son, Brendan Voss. And they teach negotiation skills, and they, they wrote this book, Never Split the Difference, and also teaching by Chris Croft this time about listening skills. And we did everything in French. So yeah. And
could you go to Jedi/Masterclass page and choose one of the 14 prompts?
Yeah,
they're going to pick their favorite one anyway, but the goal is to make these lines here, these sentences, as short as possible, because that way it won't be so tough when they go onto the
post your topic. Exactly. And then you create your topic. So for example, negotiation skills. Emmanuel basically wrote a first work about negotiation skills and listening skills in French. Then I gave him feedback, and then he wrote a reflective script in French. And there was a huge gap, a huge difference between what he started to work on, his initial work, and his work after incorporating my feedback.
Okay. This one is missing. I guess the rest of the sentence. It says the first 4 Jedis to complete weekly challenge.
Right. They win because so the session is live. So once you write your reflective script, so
the first 4 Jedis to complete weekly challenge win a seat at the weekly challenge at the
live. It's a live. It's live on Facebook and YouTube.
But what is the name of it?
What is the name of it?
Jedi's Live, or
the
is it really?
I don't know. Let me check. What did I say? Let's see. You have to post your topic, your work under the discussion board. That's just a methodology, just to keep things arranged.
Where does it? When you post your topic
on Rise under the discussion board.
On the discussion board.
And then let me see. Never split the difference.
Because here at the top it says live on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. ET.
Yeah.
It's
Jedi
live.
live masterclass, whatever. It's in a 1 hour session.
Okay, you say live masterclass, whatever. You say whatever, but what is it? You decide.
So it's a live session with your coach. In that case, it's me, and the three other Jedis who happen to have
Okay.
been the first.
So let me just put it to you this way. At some point, you're going to have a page on the website that's going to show all the different kind of live things that you do. More than any of my clients, Rafa, you do more live stuff than all of them combined. If I took all of them, all of them, and they do stuff, they do. But if I'm all combined, you still do more than them. So because you do so many, it is very easy for someone to get confused as to which ones are what.
Right.
That's why you giving them names is important.
Well, the name is simple. It goes by the group name. So
the Jedi's live, that happens once a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just call that. I'll put it in caps so that they can at least see at the Jedi's live.
Yeah.
Live.
So
okay.
Yeah, twice we had two Jedis, and several times we had only one Jedi. I think Adi won once, and what's his name? Forgot his another Jedi from India. I forgot your name. You know who I'm talking to, and obviously Emmanuel.
But this page here, it has a lot of information, right? But to me, this page, of course, the homepage, because this is the one that gets people into the blueprint and alt workshop, in terms of signing them up. But this Jedi's one, when you begin to market this to, like we were talking about before, to all of these different kind of, whether corporations, other countries and so forth, to get people to sign up in groups, to do the Jedi's thing. All these people where French is not a language that they know well, English might not necessarily even be a language that they know, right? This page is where they're going to come to. These are the people who can't afford to pay for any kind of class whatsoever. They're going to try to do the Jedi's. The communication on this page is going to be really, really important and has to be very clear. That's why I do think, it's 6 steps, but what those steps are and having it be really clear for them is really important.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm going to make it all look prettier, more dynamic, and easier to read, sure. But the actual language, I need to know. That's the part that I'm saying. I need to make sure that this is right. So when it says create,
you can change the hashtag maybe to hashtag my French community instead of.
Yes.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Saturday live. So it will be Saturday live, but right now I'm doing it Sunday live because Emmanuel is the only participant, and therefore he has.
And he's got to do Sunday.
I'm doing his schedule. Yeah, I'm rewarding the brave Jedi in him.
So discover the topic of the new week on Sundays.
Or the prompt or something. Yeah, the topic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the idea. The idea was initially to do it on Saturday, but this week it's going to be on Sunday. But you can keep it like this for now. It doesn't really matter. People will talk to me, and
but wait, so they're finding out what the new prompt is at this Jedi's live session.
At some point, I'm going to change that. Exactly. I'm going to do this on Saturday. I do the live at 10:30, and on Sunday, I do a workshop that and a video. Meaning, at 10:30, I will start the Zoom. I will go live for maybe 15, 30 minutes. Oh, I forgot. They have to send me an email because since it's live, they need to send me an email, agreeing that, their image, blah, blah, blah. I forgot about that part. Actually, that part is more important in the click on invite, go to Jedi, post your work.
Okay.
before you. That's why I'm
Between
saying post on social media is not so important, and there's no way for me to. It's not a mandatory step,
mandatory.
mandatory. But the
All right. So what I'll do here is, you know what I'll do? I'll take this out, and I will put it on the bottom of the different pages. Hashtag my French community. That's just something that they might want to do just to do it, right?
right.
So I'll make a note of that.
And but that step is very important, because I won't be able to accept you unless you send me an email, agreeing to the legal waivers.
So what number would that be?
Well, yeah, that's number 6.
Okay, and so we're gonna put email
So you can email
Rafa.
Yeah. And maybe they click on a button. I don't know. Make it simple so that it clicks. It writes.
When somebody reaches out to you, when they click here for the invite, when you give them that invite, you're not sending them this waiver stuff right along with whatever else you give them.
Yeah, why not? You're right. Respond. You're right. Respond to blah 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 waiver. If you want to participate in the live, there's nothing I can do once it's live on YouTube, Facebook. I don't own these platforms, and whatever these folks do with our content.
Complete. And
so how I was saying it.
How about we could just say email Rafa completed waiver.
Right. It says please email me with the legal waiver.
Legal waiver for what exactly?
It's I confirm that I have read, understand, and agree to the below policy and procedure for enrollment in the Facebook video live sessions, Facebook and YouTube. It's I hereby authorize that all Facebook live session created by me, blah blah blah, may be shared publicly on Facebook for non-commercial or commercial purposes without limitation of time. Yeah. I waive any right to such images, recording, and release branch conversations from any liability in connection with their use. We live in a society where, for
It's
good
litigious. Everybody here loves to sue more than any other country.
Right. For good reasons,
So email Rafa completed legal waiver for sharing a video on social media.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's a reason why,
And want more? Discover the new week's topic.
There's nothing I can do against it. It's just the world we live in. But yeah.
Start working in a group of 4
and I think it's good. I think my opinion is I'd rather have like a strong judiciary, but it's just my own opinion, system rather than not. But anyways, let's not talk about that.
Well, start over from steps 3 to 6, 4 actions every week. Until this you die.
Well, you're not going to stop to speak a language. Actually, it does happen. I recall my Colombian grandfather, as he got old and older, he spoke less and less. But
well,
it's a natural course of life. But other than that, if you're not over 90 years old and you're a male over 90 years old, you're supposed to continue practicing the language.
Sure. I can get on board with that. Now, so then this down here, which is even more Jedi stuff, all of this can be taken out, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you like this part, the squeeze it, you love to say, I know, squeeze in the French and invite yourself to
I'm okay. Yeah, there's this idea, and this is kind of like the
Oh, this is for the main page. This isn't even specific to Jedi's. The top
right,
two sentences. This part here, squeezing the
right.
French.
This part is true, and become your own life teacher. Squeeze your own lessons in French. Free masterclass. Yeah, it's this is the idea of the out French that I push to the extreme almost. That I want you to be active in this journey of you becoming fluent. I want you.
This is
It
for
has to
what
be
page?
about you. It has to be about you, not about the teacher and the textbook.
So these sentences that I highlighted, squeezing the French, invite yourself to a free class, be your own life teacher. What page does that belong on? Does that belong in Jedi's, or does that belong somewhere else?
Yeah, that is Jedi's. Why? Because it happens every week. If you squeeze in, what I mean by squeeze in, well, yeah, you have to discover a theme, like a prompt. You have to post your work in French. You have to give feedback to 3 other Jedi's in French.
Okay.
You have to write your own feedback to yourself in French. All of that is in French. All these actions are in French on the forum, on Rise. And if you do all that, and it's limited to 4, so first come, first serve, you are granted you grant yourself a seat at this free session every week.
You know that my roommates, the last time we had a meeting and I went upstairs, they're like, oh, so how did the meeting go with your family? And I said, my family, I didn't talk to them today. They're like, you weren't with your family just now? I said, no. They're like, we never hear you yelling like that with anyone unless it's your family. And I said, well, Rafa brings that out of me. He said it's always a super lively
and vice versa.
Yeah. All right. So I do like so based on what you just said, I am going to keep that here on the bottom.
Okay.
Because I think that looks that does look good. I'll make sure all the colors match, and this I'll have to make it a little bit bigger. And what I am going to have to do here, like this is, for example, when I have to start doing, so that you understand.
I like the choice of colors, by the way. Like red for like the actions you have to do, blue for but sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, because this, by putting Jedi's live, is how I show it's different from the Facebook lives that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even this that's part of YouTube live. I'm like, people,
they don't understand which live.
They don't know which live. So because I remember one time I was minding my own business on and doing something on Facebook, and then I saw your thing pop up, and you were in the middle of doing one of your live things, but I couldn't even tell which live thing it was because there was no official title to it. So that's something that you, just for the clarity, just so that people understand what is it they're looking at.
Right. It goes by group. Basically, everything goes by group.
So there's Ruby's live, and then there's Baby Warrior live, and then there's Jedi's live.
Exactly.
And then Casual Saturdays is live.
No, Casual Saturday is not live. Casual Saturday is private.
It's private.
Privacy. Yeah. And that's why, for the Ruby live, we have a theme we're going to discuss about, which now we get our inspiration from Clotilde Dussolier. This podcast changed my life. For the Jedi's, there's also a theme. They choose, negotiation skills, or they choose. Right now, Emmanuel chose. Emmanuel, if you hear that, I have yet to review your homework, give you my feedback in video.
This page I'm going to hide.
The theme he chose is about love and resiliency, and it happens to be in French.
This is a page, the about page. This is
where don't hide it. Just go with it.
Go with it. Go with what? 3 blank photo slots. This is Isabel's picture is needed.
Okay.
One of the things that can be the most frightening, intimidating is the right word. One of the things that can be the most intimidating to somebody learning a new language is not knowing who the instructor is.
Right.
seeing a picture of the instructor can go a long way to just let them know that it's not some unknown. I don't know what this person's going to be like or whatever and so forth. I think I know it's YouTube Live, but I'll go ahead and say, I think for a lot of people, being taught by a female is less intimidating.
Right.
But to have her picture and just a little bit of how, like, all of her credibility, like, she's
right.
From what my sister tells me, to learn from someone who has such a really, really strong background, is a blessing. And this is a great opportunity for anyone who already has an instructor. They come on this website and they see they're going to want to compare you or this to that. So that's why
it's usually like that, and rightly so. You know, in your traditional school, French school or language school, you know, the way the paradigm is, you know, and especially for beginners, it's important. I can see that. But the way it's framed is, you know, the more inspiring, the more skilled, you know, and it includes patience, it includes, you know, knowledge, know-how, you know, methodology, how to lead a student to gradually make progress.
And this is where you send me if you want to send me the information, I can write something with it. Or if you guys have bios already, fantastic.
Right.
But I think that out of everything that you do, this is your weakest point. Out of all the stuff in terms of your marketing, you don't show the value of your ability as an instructor, as well as with Isabel's. And that's something like my sister couldn't believe. And then she was telling me, and I still wouldn't know this if she hadn't have told me that you went to high school with the president of France. Is that true?
I went to the same boarding school in Paris.
Exactly. And you laugh, but I'm telling you, people hear that. And then
I was there for a year in engineering boarding school, and he was there in literature, kind of a literature boarding school. And
were you in the same building?
Is that he was not a good student at that particular school. And I have to be honest, my reputation was also, I wasn't top of that, but, you know,
you think Americans
selective
care
already. So
you think Americans are going to care like what the grades were like? They're going to, I just think the idea that you were in the same building, you were
it's a very prestigious boarding school. Yes.
You were being offered at least the same education, whether you and this president decided not to care.
He is my eldest, his name is Emmanuel Macron, if you hear us. Because I know he comes here at the embassy sometimes. Anyways.
But this is where you have to show like why you and not somebody else. There has to be something like that. Right. And this is where we can put that great photo that I only see in that tiny little Facebook icon. That's like the nice professional looking photo of you would look so great here.
Oh, okay.
Or what anything except you with the cat. I'm like, that's all I can say. I was like, if I was so happy.
I have a good news for you. I just, I'm getting some new glasses, some new black like vision glasses.
Nice. Okay.
So, you know, if it makes me look more teacher-like, even though, again, the Alt French workshop is not so much about the teacher, even though it's important. It's more about you.
And experiencing. But so, if anything, I want you to
become fluent in French.
So then, if anything, I want you to think of it.
But yeah, I agree. My face is important. And
well, approach this, and when you talk to Isabel, same thing. Approach that this is not about you guys showing like how great of a teacher you are. That's not the approach. The approach is let's share with them why they should feel comfortable taking classes with us.
Right.
It's
right.
about making them feel comfortable
Exactly,
and confident in the materials that they're getting.
Exactly.
Right. So I think that's really, really, out of all the stuff that you have going on, that is your weakest point, is that's not really being showcased at all. And if I didn't think you guys had something substantial, I wouldn't suggest it.
There's another idea that I have that we can implement.
Okay.
Is if you intend to actually pass the French examination of your language skills, and you do it through us, after your work, after your journey with my French community. It's no longer French conversations, my French community. Maybe we can change that as well. I don't know how. In the title, right up here.
Okay.
The idea was we'll refund you if you fail. If you fail at the test, because in credits. So you'll get another chance at the test for free, basically.
Is that something you offer?
Yeah, I'm serious about it.
Okay.
I'm serious about everything I say. I'm not.
Okay. So is that something that people know that you offer, I guess is what I'm saying? Or is this an idea that is brand new?
So nobody took it. Nobody. I offered it on the table.
Okay.
But nobody at this point, took that offer. But yeah, I'm serious.
Okay. So, and that's not the DELF exam. What exam is that?
That is the DELF exam. So
Okay,
if you want to,
So-
it's almost like coaching you, like through the art workshop. We will define a date for you to take on the DELF exam and a program.
And so would that fall under this page, the Alt French workshop?
I think it has to be a different page. Has to be a completely different page. It's too much on one page.
I agree. Okay.
Right. But let's stick with what we have for now. I think.
Yeah. I'm just making a note that, the page is more than enough.
Because the idea is to strip the anxiety out of the exam passing, even though it might be impossible. But some people, especially, it's an idea for now. Let's
Well, yeah, because and when that page happens, it could be 3 weeks, 5 weeks from now. We can also put it here, a button, so they can click on it to find out more about that offer. So I think that's fine.
Yeah. So basically, if you show up through what we defined with your coach, and you have a date, then you just go to the exam. You don't worry about failing the exam, or about passing or not. If you happen to fail, even though you actually showed up, you will get a free will offset what you pay for your monthly fee into another chance for you to pass the exam for free.
Gotcha. Okay, so
like that. I don't know how to say it properly.
So this on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. Right now, there's nobody. The rubies aren't.
So because of the time change, it's changed. So let me tell you. So Thursdays is now 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, and Tuesdays is 1 p.m. Eastern time. Just because of the time, time change.
And then I also now know that this
scheduled Saturdays 8 a.m. So tomorrow.
And that Facebook Live is actually Sundays now, at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
the other
very
page
easy to change,
Sunday.
so I'll change. But yeah, if
because we put Sunday on the other page.
So you can
So
invert
actually, it'd be this.
Baby Warriors. You can invert it. Baby Warriors is on Saturday. I already did that actually. So let's make it simple for those who are listening to me to this. There's maybe one person who listens to this. There's 3 groups right now. The rubies are B1 plus. They're doing the alt French workshop, so it's 22 hours per week. The baby warriors are A1 plus A2, and they're doing slightly less hours. But there's 2 sessions during the week and 1 session during the weekend, both for the rubies and the baby warriors. Baby warriors, first-time learners, beginners, let's say, and rubies, intermediate.
Baby warriors are twice.
And the Jedi's is free. The Jedi's, if you feel a Jedi in you, and you
but the baby warriors, it's
on Sunday Lives. Yeah.
The baby warriors is then Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Yes.
12 p.m.
Yes.
And 12 p.m.
It's simple for them. Yeah.
That has not changed because of the.
No, it hasn't changed, except the inverts that you already did. Yeah.
Okay.
The inversion.
All right. All right. So then that's the one with.
The good news is nobody's listening to this right now. So if it's confusing, that's normal. And
well,
it's not a big deal because nobody, maybe one person, not even. It's just you and me, Achilles.
Well, I mean, if they find it confusing, at least this is why we have these meetings, is to dive into the confusion, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That is the purpose.
Yeah, and you can change the title everywhere, right? My French community, maybe instead.
Yeah. This no.
Yeah, and I don't know, what's
I saw Nila liked
yeah,
conversations in French. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I move this over and that over.
I fell in love with my French community.
Yeah, I was so bummed when I saw that the French Conversations was taken, and then of course whoever owns it, they're trying to sell it for 4 times the price.
They were so it was on GoDaddy, and they made me to pay a white glove service. I don't know what that is, to negotiate the price with whoever owns the domain, and they were telling me, they were saying, make an offer between $500 and $5,000. I don't know what. And I said, no, thank you. Please refund my money. I'm not.
Yeah, and you know what I find frustrating about that is that if someone tells you, oh, I'll sell you that domain name for $200, that tells me you're not using it. You know what I'm saying? You're not even using it. Because if you were using it, you wouldn't be able to sell that domain name, because then you're going to lose all your clientele. So it makes no sense. But, some people are just greedy.
Back in the days, I had the same issue with my web startup. The name was Wepa. Wepa, Wepa, it means, this. It's not even a word, like awesome or beautiful. And it was taken by some website in Puerto Rico or something like this.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I spelled it in a very horrible way. WOOEPA.com or something. It was a bad idea. I feel
Yeah. I'm telling you, when you do this, when you go in here and you play, you'll discover how 30 minutes of your life will go like this.
Right.
And you're like, oh my God, everything takes so long.
When I was a student, I used to have a blog, and I was building my own page, actually, my own blog. It was my family name, which is long, as you know.
Well, to me, it's
.com.
Go ahead. Well, with
Sierra.com.
this is only really bad when it's not even doing what you want it to do. But I think now, like this, if I hit publish, I think it'll be like that for all of the pages. Let's see. So if we go to the home page.
But it's always great to,
Yeah.
to share with you and to be, to have your, your ideas, your feedback.
Well, because and I know
I love that why French. Yeah, maybe you should change. But I love that you changed the. Yeah. You did it like this.
Why my French community? Yeah. So then, but I know that what happens is that just like the website, your business, there's no finish line. It's a lifestyle. It's always changing. It's always progressing and so forth. And and if the person wants their business to grow, because if that's not happening with your business, then chances are it won't last.
Yeah.
And
so I don't remember who said that, but healthy stuff grows. So I'm not really, a bit like Jan. I'm not really stressed out or forcing it to grow or anything like that. I'm just happy right now with my tomorrow. I'll go to my casual Saturday. I expect to see Luda, Diane, Divya, and enjoy the casual Saturday format of not worrying about anything and sharing in French. Basically, which is part of the experience of you becoming fluent.
Well, I know firsthand that in terms of learning a language, the one of the most powerful tools you could have in terms of absorbing the information is not feeling awkward, is not feeling intimidated, not having to worry about being embarrassed. Like all of those factors are really, really big components in somebody's being able to learn a language.
And it's not live, so just
right.
So you can share personal stuff.
Exactly.
About your life and stuff.
And you can
your grandmother or anything you want.
And you could be in your pajamas.
Yeah. You can even be on
at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah. I would be in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. Oh, and then there was this page. Okay.
Right.
So this page is very simple, but this is also only you can decide how much information do you want to share about
everything.
You.
I can share everything.
Okay. Do you want to share your cell phone number?
Oh, my it's actually on when you go on Facebook, you click and you actually can WhatsApp me.
Okay.
So there's my phone number there. But I don't know about,
having it on the website can.
Right. They can maybe, phishing stuff, like they can, spamming and stuff.
So we can take that out.
But you can put up my, I don't know, maybe next to my profile in the other thing.
Well, because in the About Us page, the WhatsApp address or whatever, we could put it there. We don't have to have this contact page. People can PM you and all that stuff in their own way. So this is good for when there's a brick and mortar. Like you don't want people having your address, I would imagine.
Yeah, they don't need my address either. Maybe they want to know where I am, in the New York area, across, But
I mean,
it's online, so.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this page as well. And then if the time comes where.
But yeah, they should be able to send me a message, right?
I can, at the bottom of the page, and I can put like a contact Rafa thing, and they can send you an email.
Okay,
That's not a problem. Okay. So, but it does, if anything, what it does is it makes things a lot more simple, because now when you go to this homepage, you'll see that up there in the headings, you just have the home, the levels, and the schedule. Very easy, very clean.
Right.
So I like that. I'll just, that way they can be a little bit closer. Okay.
You don't feel that contact is missing over there?
The contact word?
Yeah. I'm
Well, we can put it there, but then it's going to have all that stuff about what's your address and the map and all that, if you want that on there. I mean, it's completely up to you. Well, you could do you not have a website that is, an email address that's specifically designated for your business?
Of course. Yeah.
Well, you can put that email on there then.
Yeah.
So let's go back to that contact page. And where are you? Okay.
I'm not, I don't need to hide. I can put all that information here, but it's just that
you don't want it to be spammy.
Right. That's why I think the that kind of thing is much better, because
okay, so what name would you want me to put?
That's for them to enter their name, right? Isn't it? No.
Why did that?
Right. If they want to contact me, I don't know how the other people do that. Let's see how they do it. Yeah, there's a contact. For example, she has a contact, and then she has a picture with the podcast, and below there's the same type of thing, but there's no map. You don't need any map. There's just a picture.
Okay, so
of a table and somebody, like notebooks and.
Okay, so
I think that's a good idea. I'm looking at Clotilde Dussolier's website, changemavie.com/contact. If you want to, I can show.
All right, so the map is gone. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see. Did I just publish this? Great. So here, this is the website. All right. So if I go, this is the website live. So if I went and I put, okay, so here's my name.
Yeah.
And then if I put my email address. Why is that in red?
All right. She mentioned something. If you would like to contact us, please use the form below. And then she puts a note, she's so successful and she gets so many messages that she's sometimes not able to answer all of them, but she reads all of them with gratitude.
Okay.
And then that's pretty smart. If you are interested, if you are interested in the Art French workshop, click here. And then she redirects to her. Actually, hers is a life coaching program.
Well, see here, I put submit and it says, please enter an email address. This is an email address.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We don't need to figure it out right now.
We need to
have a look.
Well, we need to figure it out now. Why? Because if it's on your site, somebody might be trying to do this, and this is the fastest way you can get business.
Your email address.
Okay.
Thanks for submitting. Where did it go?
That's a great question.
Info at myfrenchcommunity.com. or contact, which I have to parameter.
Well, I don't know why it took my Hotmail address, but it didn't take my.
Right. It's already in there. It goes to a generic address, and it's somewhere on Wix. Don't worry, it's somewhere on Wix. Yeah, but you
Well,
can get rid of that address, like Terry in the edit.
yeah. So this address, we should just put New York, or Hoboken. What?
You can just put maybe
New York City,
New York area or something. New York, yeah, New York City, yeah.
Not put New York City, because when people put New York area, they think you live upstate.
Right. I mean, you
Um,
can put Hoboken. I mean, but they probably know New York City more than.
again, we
Hoboken.
want you to look as exciting as possible.
Did you know there was a Hoboken in the Netherlands or Belgium? But anyway, it's just
That's social.
yeah. You can link that to Twitter. I have a Twitter account.
That's
I have a Facebook page.
that's what we're going to be doing right now. All right. So for your Facebook, what are we putting here?
So I have a page and a group. Which one do you want?
Which one do you want to send somebody brand new to check out?
Let's just put the group.
Okay. What's it called? Facebook.
Yeah, facebook.com/group/FrenchConversations.online.
Groups or group? Just with an S,
Groups,
right?
Yeah, with an S.
Okay.
And then
the Twitter one. Are you on Twitter?
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, I am on Twitter, but I also have a my French community Twitter. If you want.
Okay. So what's the web address for the Twitter?
So it's twitter.com/FrenchConversa2. The number 2. French Conversa. And then the number 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I do have an Instagram. I'm not sure. Do I
You
have
should have an Instagram. A lot better than Twitter.
Let me check that. Not now. Oh, I have an Instagram for Wepa. Switch accounts. Log into an existing account. I don't have an Instagram.
Okay, we'll take it off for now. Then when you get one, because we should get one. Okay, so then those two things are there, and then we'll find out where that message went to. Cool, and then we can add whatever kind of photo. I'll put a background on this and make it look all nice and cute. That's all fine and well, but now you have a good contact page.
Log in with Facebook. Okay. Yeah, great.
And do you use Gmail?
Yes, I do. I have a YouTube channel.
Okay, because on your Gmail,
maybe you want to add that logo right there. I don't know. I mean,
oh, actually, yeah, because you have all the video stuff. That's so true. Okay, let's.
Everything's so simple. We live in a very simple world. Why do we make it so complicated? I don't know.
Layout, set social links. There we go. Okay, add an icon.
So that name is going to be more difficult. So
What,
I'm
for
going
the
to copy
YouTube
paste
channel?
it to you.
Okay.
In the chat.
Where's YouTube? I like that one more. And that link. You said it was in the chat.
I don't know why they don't make it a simple URL, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
It's
I never quite understood.
Very new channel. A lot of the videos are private, so they're only accessible to members. You need to be logged in and you need to be a member. and that enables you to, if you want, review our last session. So, and I even have a weekly challenge for you in the Art French that you can pick 5 minutes of that session.
Wait, so when somebody clicks onto this link, the link will only let them in if they're a member?
No. There are public
Videos, and then some of them are private. I got you.
Right.
Okay.
Every session actually is recorded, but privately.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be perfect for now.
It doesn't, as long as it can.
Yeah.
So what I was going to tell you about the Gmail, I don't know. Like,
and I have a forum, so maybe you want another icon. I don't know, with the forum.
Well, you know, with those forums, let me get out of my email address.
Yeah, be careful.
Because I'm trying to think here. Let's see. I don't know if this website.
I can blur that part.
Oh no, that's fine. It just looks to me it just looks messy. And that was my issue. It wasn't anything else. All those links I'm gonna put on each of the pages as well. So on the bottom you'll see, because I think that's something that should be down here. It'll be in the footer, so it's automatically in each page. People can go ahead and see that. But if you have that forum, it's good to have it in the contact page, because then I could just copy and paste it onto the other stuff as well. So let's go back here. I didn't realize you had so much. Add another icon. And so the icon for this forum, what would that look like? Is it any of these?
Let me see. Logo.
There's Indeed. There's Amazon. Oh, I should put that on my site for my book.
It's actually Discourse, the logo. Let me see. Go down.
I don't think
it's like a little bubble.
How do you spell that thing? Discourse?
D-I-S. Yeah, Discourse. Yeah, they don't have it. All right, so
well, what I will do is you could just email me with
that it has a name, so you can actually.
But I can, because I can upload it. I can upload it right from Google, and just pull the icon from there. And so that forum, because that forum is pretty significant.
Yeah.
Discourse logo. Oh, is this thing?
Yeah, but that's the open source software.
What, that I'm not supposed to use it?
No, that's not it. It's just on the contrary, but the forum has its own identity. It's called Rise. You know, I just gave
Oh, so Rise has its own icon.
Right. I'm using a white label software, but it has its own identity, right? It's my French. No, it doesn't have any icon. It's just you can create it. I don't know.
Oh, I can create a logo for you?
No, I mean.
All right. So this. Oh wait. Well. At least help me understand what is the forum. This is the forum that we use on Rise, like where you and I were talking.
Yeah, that's the forum. Yeah,
that's the forum, and the link to get into that's something that they wouldn't get through the contact page anyway, right? That's something that they'd only get once they get the invite and they create that account.
You're correct.
Okay, so then that one we can hold off on then. That's good. This is for the general public. This is for the people who are just like, some people have to get all kinds of information before they pull the trigger and say, yes, I want to go ahead and contact him or learn. Exactly. So they can kind of see that. I wish there was a way to make that
And I
even.
think you can get rid of probably created with Wix. I think it allows you to do it. I'm not sure.
Where does that? Where do you see that?
Like in the footer.
Oh yeah,
No? Yeah.
yeah. um. Okay.
Details. Devil is in
Detail.
details.
All right, so then I will publish that. So I will be sending you, I'll be emailing you some homework. And
Okay.
the top of that homework is the bio for you and the bio for Isabel.
Okay.
And photos. Like the first meeting we had, that first pitch, it had all these photos of people laughing and this and oh my God, that's so great. Yeah. But I understand that it is not easy to get, but seeing is believing. And when they see these photos,
Right.
that's
I mean, I'm all in for natural photos. Look at the website of Akimbo, for example. It's also a workshop by Seth Godin, and he's got pictures of people. I don't think they took these pictures in a.
oh, I thought you were going to show me the website.
Oh yeah, let me show you.
You're like, look. I'm like, okay, I'm looking.
Share. Right, these pictures. I think they're just. I don't think they photoshopped or look. There's something behind. It's his own place. He's on
they look real because this guy with you only see like part of his couch and then the weird green background. But what I see is that one, that they're smiling, they're having a good time, that they're young.
Yeah.
For some people, they're attractive, so they're like, oh wow, so who wouldn't want to meet,
Right.
Always open to meeting somebody new. You're whatever. I mean, it doesn't hurt. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to have be that way, but it does.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, but that's where people. That's where people just want. They see that. They see people are young. They're like, okay, then I want to go ahead and do that. It'd be like if I told you, oh, Rafa, you're single. Well, you should try my dating app. Imagine me telling you to try my dating app without any photos. You're like, you just want to see what. Kind of what it would be like. So
yeah. So, but just the bottom line is, I think we don't need like. I think it was a good idea from the end, like like kind of like more photo shoot photos, but I don't think it's actually. I changed my mind. I don't think
what I think is essential is a photo that shows the Zoom, the 4 people talking.
Look when I scroll down. Well, look when I scroll down. They have something professional.
Well, I can't see what you're saying.
Yeah, man. You see this?
Oh.
Look, this is kind of like the experience.
Right. And when
but
scroll
they're
down,
like, it's even more like they have videos and stuff.
Videos where they whited out the background. That's interesting.
Actually, it's a video. This thing is a video with obviously pictures that were taken in a studio.
Right, and I think people want to see something that's a bit more genuine, a bit more organic. That it's a more natural looking thing. Yeah, see all those little icons there at the bottom. That's what I want to do for you, except they won't be so tiny and gray.
And I was looking at Clotilde's website. Wow. So you see, for example, her contact is just a picture. It shows kind of like the environment of her podcast. That's
everybody but her. Yeah.
She does her podcast basically, and probably a few books of those who she feeds her mind with these people, and and then just this there's no where, there's no nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And she redirects to, oh, you're interested in the offer, you can go here, and then she goes about what it is that she's offering. And here she has.
What does that say?
Waiting list. She has a waiting list. That's actually pretty nice. I think that's because my capacity is limited too. I think that's a nice way to do it. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll write that down. Okay.
Um, yeah, 3 groups: baby warriors, rubies, and Jedi's for now.
And
In the future, more if
so
other coaches join.
I'll send it to you in the email, but I'm telling to you this now for all the world to hear. There's five action steps for you that I would need in terms of photos: a photo of you, a photo of Isabel, and then 3 photos that would work: one for the baby warriors, one for the rubies, and then one for the Jedis.
Right.
And actually one for the casual Saturday, because people really need to see what that could look like. Because you
Right,
said that
right.
one is more than just 4 people, right? It could be however.
Yeah.
But
I want to
people
answer
need
that
to
question.
see what that looks like, and with the nice variety, you have such a and the photos that I have seen of people and stuff like that.
Casual Saturday, I used to, just for the confusion, I used to think that I was going to be open to more than 4. Then recently I changed my mind. I think 4 is a good number, even because you need the time. Otherwise you're not talking.
Then you're forced to be passive if there's too many people.
Right, exactly.
Okay, that's fine. But so then I need then just like the website, it's 6 action plans. I need one for each of those pages: baby warriors, rubies, Jedis, and casual Saturday, and one of you and one of Isabel. We have to have that for sure. And that Zoom, get people to sign off on it. If you find the picture you like, and you can contact you, say, can we use it? I'm going to need you to not be passive in getting these photos from them.
Yeah.
You are going to have to tell them, look.
All right.
Achilles,
every session I'll tell them. Every session, at the beginning and at the end.
Well, what I'm saying is, find the photo and then message them and saying, can I use this? Don't ask them, hey, send me a photo.
Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna have to say, this is the photo I would love.
We already have some photos that you picked, right?
I don't have any permissions from anybody, so I can't.
Yeah, but you already picked some of these photos.
There were some that I had pulled, but then I got confused with what was fake and then what was actually from you. I couldn't even tell who was who. But the ones that you have of,
I didn't see any fake ones. All the pictures that you took were from real people.
No, some of the stuff that was on that website, some of them were fake.
At the very beginning, okay, yeah.
But the one that has Emmanuel and another guy,
yeah,
that they're like laughing and so forth.
Well, I think for this one, I still will ask Emmanuel, but I think he already said okay. And for this one, since it was live, I'm still going to ask them.
You have to. No one's going to say, "Hey, I think you should use my picture." No one's going to say that. Nobody. No. Everybody's hoping you're not going to ask them. That's why you have to be.
Right. It's just that, like, I'm going to ask no matter what, but it was a YouTube live, so they already sent me an email, and the image can be used, by YouTube or whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If it's from the YouTube stuff. Oh,
but I'm still going to ask and reach out to them.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be on the website, and I don't like people, even if they already granted their permission.
It's always good to give them the heads up so that they know. That's fine.
Because I saw myself on a day on a website, and I didn't grant my authorization.
No,
it's not a great feeling. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm happy they're using my image, but they didn't ask.
It's very unprofessional. That's for sure. And that I do understand. A lot of times when I need to do something of people, I just draw a cartoon of them. And I use my cartoon so that they can't. I don't have to ask their permission. But my job, but there's a lot of stuff that I do for clients I can't necessarily show, right? Because it's all work product and this and that, whatever. So it can be tricky. I do understand that, and you want to ask them beforehand. Hey, just so you know, I would love to use this on the website. But it's absolutely essential, because otherwise the website looks very, very dry. It looks like someone will say, well, how do we know he even has anybody? You see what I'm saying? So
it's much
eventually there'll be video.
It will get better and better.
It'll get better and better, because eventually there will be photos.
So far,
I would love for you to have video stuff eventually. Like I said, this is something that's going to keep growing. Diane, if there's a good picture of her that we could put with that testimonial, that'd be fantastic. You can just ask her.
Right. Right, Diane and Emmanuel gave the both of them gave a testimonial, right? Emmanuel
uh,
also gave a testimonial.
Emmanuel, I have to look for his testimony, but Danielle,
Yeah.
Diane
It was a great
like,
testimonial as well. It was a great testimonial.
so photos for them, that could just be whatever the Facebook profile picture is if they want, whatever. But ask them if we can use that photo. I think that reads really, really strong. So that will be your homework for next week. My homework now is to, as soon as I possibly can, is to get all those pages lined up and then to translate it to the phone so that people click on the phone. And because this is how you get to start to advertise. When you do, this is what I was going to ask you before, because I can't remember with your emails if this was the case. So this is why I had my my email thing on here for Planet Achilles. Let me just do this real quick. So do you have something like this when you send out emails that it has your stuff?
Let me send you an email. You're going to laugh.
Because I think yours has like an expression or something to it, right?
Yeah, it has a picture of my cat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if that's the case, then
yeah.
But that's something that we can also work on, because that way every email that you send out can have the link My French Community, which is great. Because I think that if you even put that in your personal emails, right, it still looks really nice because it's a community. Everybody's welcome. That's kind of what I liked about it. I felt that it was a lot more versatile. Oh, did you just send me? Let me see what this thing looks like. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? No, I'm remembering this now from when we first started interacting. And I saw the picture. I was like, my God, this guy, like, I almost didn't believe you had a wife. I said, how does his wife let him go ahead and send this picture out to people? It looks like,
it doesn't, yeah.
It is the most.
It's not selling.
It's the opposite of selling. It's like it looks like your cat is the one who typed the email, and while you were sleeping. That's actually exactly what that picture looks like. Oh my God.
That's why you're here. In other and more and much more, obviously.
And much more. Yeah. So I will
but to point out this type of things, that's for sure.
Well, because
I know. Yeah.
Well, and here's the idea that once, and I've seen it when, for the difference between the clients that embrace what I'm about to tell you and the ones that don't. The ones that did embrace it, eventually they're like, oh my God, now I get it. Now I understand. Is that you don't want to market My French Community. You want your community to market My French Community. You want them to be able to share it. So when you're sending an email to somebody for something that has nothing to do with any of this, okay, it's just an email, but on the bottom it has the link, My French Community. They click on it. Oh, that's interesting. Why? Because you just want people to always remember that this is what you do and what you're involved in, because they might meet somebody who wants that service. And that's how you get your business, through referrals. You just want as many people to know about it as possible. So now when I send emails and stuff like that, in the bottom it says Planet Achilles, I like to think everybody knows what I do, but they don't. And some of them don't because they didn't care to find out, or I told them and they forgot. Fine. But every once in a while, somebody might click on it. And now when they click on this website and they see all of this stuff and blah, 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 it's so much easier for them to share with other people. So that is something that once this website is squared away, we can definitely work on the branding and the marketing and all that.
Exactly. Yeah, I see myself more like a vector of a purpose that is, or a project that is bigger than me. So exactly, I'm the brand is should be upfront, and I'm just a vector. I'm just
You're just a vector, and you look young, okay, and you're not ugly. We'll just put it like that. But when someone is running a business, someone has their own business, in this country, they're very quick to assume, oh, he probably doesn't work that hard. Oh, he's so young, he might not know what he's doing. A lot of people are quick to make that conclusion, that assumption.
Right.
Every photo that they see of you has to battle that perception. Instead of feeding into it, of laying on a couch with a cat, is where they're like,
Right.
it's like when I see a picture, I think that you're 22 years old, 25, which is great as far as like, oh,
I was pretty fit at that time. I was
like, oh, he looks so fun. You look like, oh, he's like a fun guy, so chill. I could have a beer with him and so forth. But you are to project yourself as a business owner.
Right. And again, I think I see what you're saying, and I'm building something that is bigger than me, and
Yes.
I'm just a servant of that thing, of that idea that.
And that's how I see,
if it's successful, it will.
And that's how I see my stuff for you. That all the people who I have, they are bigger than me. They're going to go and do these giant corporation types of whatever, so forth, whatever. And I'm here to simply guide them. But the motivation, the energy, the ideas, the passion, all that comes from them. It's just a simple say, hey, just tweak this. You can do a little bit of that, whatever, So you have done incredibly well, given what you have used up until now. that is why I'm like, wow, if he is, it's like when they take, there was some figure skater that was like, they're like, wow, she's amazing. She's such a great figure skater. And her skates were a size too big for her because she had to borrow somebody else and so forth. They're like, if we give them the right tools, they have so much of that natural talent and so forth that she can do all that, then she's going to be like an amazing success. So that's why, like, this is all.
Yeah, I'm on a journey too, and I'm learning.
Yes, on the journey and learning. So now you can go and any extra photos you can give me. There's no such thing as too many pictures, because then I could just have a gallery of photos of people to just look at and see different things. But yes, me asking for photos is going to be a common occurrence. Yes, because I'll always want more. But to get those 6 basic ones would be fantastic.
All right, sounds good.
All right, any questions for me?
I guess no at this point. I might have like a page for potential coaches who want to join the.
Oh yeah, that's like a like join our team kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, join like lead their own groups.
Right.
There's that, and there's also. I'm talking to developers, like CTO type people that might be interested in joining and working on an AI software, but at a small scale at the beginning.
Okay.
That will compile for each member, for each student, they will compile or spot some mistakes, common mistakes, and
oh wow,
try and have like an output kind of like homework, like a prompt. they would be prompted, and at the end of the recording, for the next time they could review that.
So it kind of spots certain areas that somebody might be kind of weak in, and therefore the homework that you're getting is catered to the stuff that you actually need, and it's not just a general thing that they push out to everybody.
Yeah, on the language skills. Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah, everything is recorded privately for the workshop sessions. So I posted something on LinkedIn, like a job offer, or like I'm more looking for a partner, not an employee. So someone who at first would love to give their time on that project, and we can discuss about how to compensate for that and how to interest them into that project. And
you're shopping for that person through what? Through like LinkedIn or Indeed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know if it can be there as well. I don't know. Maybe it's not important. I'm just from the top of my head. These are
No,
the
and I
two.
write it down because let me tell you something. The idea is once the website is done, that every week we will add a new page, and
Right.
and everybody says the same thing. We're gonna there's after page 7, we won't need anything else. I said, believe me when I tell you, there will always be a new. Every time you make a page, you'll think of 2 other ones you could have on there. It just works that way, and it's great because that way, a lot of your conversations with people, even when you're doing a casual Saturday, and someone says, "Well, what about this?" or "What about the yogis, whatever that you were talking about?" You just say, "Oh, guys, I'm putting it in the link in the chat. I'm just going to put it in there," and then they can just like what you did with me. Just they pull that link.
We
and
decided that. We decided on the first
Monday of May. You didn't decide what time of the day.
Yeah.
Or did you?
It's and I didn't promote it. That's worse. It's March 26th already.
Well, yeah, I guess
April.
It's
so
5 weeks away.
Monday, right? So Monday at I don't know, after work would be, I don't know, 6 or 5. I don't know. What do you think? 5 p.m.
Well, generally people work 9 to 5. Generally speaking, so I would say 7 o'clock is might be a good time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: you do the 7 o'clock, and then you see what the attendance is like, what people say, blah blah, whatever, so forth. And then because to push it later, people already start thinking about like, oh, I have to get up early. If you do it earlier than that, people might have trouble getting home from work or going to the gym. Who the hell knows? So 7 o'clock is the safest time, but it's once a month. So that's why what's so great about it is that if they do work out on Mondays at 7 o'clock, they can miss one Monday out of the month, then they do the rest of their workout. Right.
Right. So let me say, Monday, first Monday of May is Monday 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
May 3rd is the one you had said. That's the first Monday.
Oh, my bad. May 3rd. May 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Big announcement. And we'll do it on Zoom for now because maybe it's too complicated to announce the Alt VR, right?
Well, you do it on Zoom, maybe just for the first 2 times, but in that Zoom, you can show people what the avatar thing and all this stuff looks like and get them excited. That way, it's a better way to present it to them.
So we'll do it on Zoom, and I'll post it everywhere on social media, on Facebook, everywhere, on Twitter.
You sound so excited.
I think this week was intense for the both of us.
It's a lot. I know.
Yeah.
But okay, that's fine. And then we'll
but I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
And celebrating that journey.
And you could go ahead and talk to people and so forth. But on Monday, I already wrote it down. The page that I'll have ready for you, the new page, will actually be for that. It'll be for the yogis thing. And that way it could be a page that can include the Zoom link if you even wanted it to, whatever, click the button for the invite, blah, 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 whatever, so forth, once a month, and show the little calendar, all that kind of stuff.
So anybody who's ever attended a session with me, be it with Alex, who I used to teach in bars and here in my neighborhood, teach to have French sessions, or so I recommend his group is really good. It's called Mokoi. Or when I was giving free sessions, I gave 100 free sessions for free. All levels were welcomed. Or when I had just started the Alt French, and we were a group of 7 people, etc. Anybody is welcomed on Monday, May the 3rd at 7 p.m. We'll post a link. Just come by as you are and share. I'm gonna have to say in French. But yeah, just come by and give us some news.
Come by, give us news, catch up, see how everybody's doing. Yes.
Yeah. How's your journey in French? Do you have a new tool? What's your goal? How much progress you've made? Just know about
and whether someone has made a lot of progress or they haven't made that much progress. The
It doesn't
idea
matter.
that you are
Yeah.
celebrating the fact that we are all in the French community family.
Yeah, it's your French community.
Yes.
You know,
And just like family,
I
no
bought
matter
that
how long
domain.
it's gone,
I bought that .com domain for $13, but it's actually, you know, I don't think it belongs to me. At some point, I'll die, and I don't know, you know. And at some point, I have to say, I'm gonna make it a user owned community forum. So it will be yours.
Yes, on that roadmap, we're on that journey. We're on that journey. It'll show up. All right, great, fantastic. So I think we did get so much done today, thank God.
Like always.
And then next week is going to be really, really strong because everything's going to now just be just one completed page after another that keeps getting put on there and growing.
And if you want to know more about Achilles, you can contact him. I'll share his email with his consent.
Oh yeah, sure. And, planetachilles.com is always
right. And I'm looking forward to actually start reading a few lines of your book. Raised by the bar.
Raised by the bar. God help me. Okay. All right. Tell Neela I said hello.
Yeah. Same to Shambi if you see her.
Oh yeah. I do have to call her. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope she's doing well with everything that I know she's got a lot on her end.
Yeah. I used to talk to my sister like every other day, and now I talk to her like once a week. It's really like it's just so crazy for her, all the stuff. She just tried to do too much, but hopefully things will calm down. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
She's on her journey, and that's perfect.
She's on her journey. Yeah. She left me at the gas station. I'll catch up with her later.
All right. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Garde ta flamme intact, no matter what. Keep it burning. Keep your flame.
Yes, 100%. All right. Bye.
Salut Achilles. Tchuss. Et bon week-end.